You ever regret coming out here to Texas, Brett?
Ha! One or two times when the weather's up and my feet are freezing off, maybe. Besides that, nope. Never on a day like this.
Nope. Never.
Get up!
Hello, Alan. How are my friends in Elm Creek these days?
We're all fine, John. We got a lot of spring calves and 3 new babies. How are you doing?
Hello, Mr. Phillips.
Oh, Brett, what do y'all need?
Johnson must be rich. Bought himself a pet nigger to trail along behind.
I wouldn't make that kind of talk too loud if I were you boys. That pair's tighter than brothers. They about tore the hide off 4 of my troopers who made some jokes like that one day.
Hey, Sarge, who's in charge around here? You got a commanding officer?
Colonel Mackenzie's over at the fort. Who set your horse on fire?
There's a war on. Broke out 4 days ago. They fired on Fort Sumter in the Carolinas.
Is Texas in it?
Everybody's in it, north and south.
It'll be hard rain falling everywhere now, I reckon.
Yeah, especially around here.
Colonel Mackenzie, the news is traveling pretty fast. This means you'll be pulling out, doesn't it?
The southern states have seceded from the Union. This is hostile territory for us.
So we got a special situation here this close to Indian land.
My command has been ordered east to Fort Leavenworth. We will depart within 48 hours.
So you're aware, of course, of what the Kiowas and the Comanches are going to do when they get this news?
Soldiers don't make wars, Mr. Johnson. We just fight them. My orders say report to Kansas, and that's what we will do.
Colonel, as soon as your troops go out of this gate, the Indian raids are going to start again. We're going to be knee-deep in blood.
Mr. Johnson, I really do regret that. Maybe I know better than you do what you're going to be up against with our troops here to protect you. But the South started this war. Texas chose the slavery side. You have to look to Texas to protect you.
Well, sir, it's going to be mighty hard to find extra soldiers to fight Indians with a war on.
You don't feel compelled to fight for Texas in this war?
I left Carolina to get away from slavery. I don't intend to fight for it now. Obviously, Britt's not interested.
I admire you for that, sir. Others might not. Good luck. I mean that sincerely.
Sir. Well, I hope when the war's over, I can buy you a drink.
After the war, I hope I got no holes in me so I can hold a drink.
Brett! Hey, Brett! The troops are pulling out. Look, we got to get some more ammo and buy all the ammunition he'll sell you. I'm gonna go buy a horse and ride for the ranch, bring in all the other settlers. We're gonna have a meeting and work out a plan. Colonel Mackenzie's got no choice but to pack up his troops. He's got his orders. We've got our necessities here. We've got no time to waste in making decisions.
Well, I, for one, am going back to Louisiana to sign up and kill as many blue jackets as the good Lord is willing to put in front of me.
My name's Tom Fitzpatrick. That's Irish. I don't know nothing to the north or the south in this scrap. I'm staying here and fighting for what I've grubbed out over 5 long years. And no Redskin Indian's gonna make me think twice about it.
Daddy! Daddy!
I'm taking my family to the fort. My son's doing the same. Kind of funny choice they're giving us. Go back east and fight the Yankees over a bunch of nigger slaves? Or stay right here
and kill redskin niggers right in our own backyard. Better without either of them, I'd say.
Ralph, maybe we ought to be heading home.
You mind your own place, woman, and I'll knock you into it.
Come on, Frank. Handle.
That poor young Dolores, I wouldn't want to be held captive to that animal.
Put the sack down over here. Hey, Mrs. Fitzpatrick.
Hello, Britt.
Need more biscuits, Beth. Beth, you, Tom, and the kids, if you're worried about being out on your place alone, you're welcome to move in here with us till we see what develops.
Thank you, Sarah. That's kind.
We have an extra room in the back. We'd be glad to make room for you.
It would comfort me, but I don't think Tom would be able to do that.
All right, now those of us that are staying need to make some hard plans. People might want to double up, live together for a while. Now I'm gonna ride to Austin and see if I can talk those politicians into giving us a company of rangers or some militiamen to occupy Fort Belknap. Say, Grady, you wanna ride with me? You know some of those people in the State House, don't you?
Yes, sir. My cousin's one of them. All right with you, Alan. Those politicians better give us some help or I'll beat them till they do.
Thanks, Tom.
Mackenzie should have wiped out all the Indians while he had the horse soldiers here to do it. Anyone who counts on the government to do his job for him, well, he's a fool. Yankee or Texas government. Me and my kinfolk, we're staying on. We're gonna fight for what's ours. I always did. Ain't much in this crowd except chicken gut pig farmers and nigger lovers anyway.
You know, I hate to spoil anybody's fun at hurling insults and calling names. But it seems to me we're all in this together. For 1,000 years, this is Kiowa and Comanche land. If they come to take it back, I don't think they're gonna waste time to sort us out according to color.
You go to hell, tar baby. If the Indians come, you be the first to cut and run.
Ralph, please. Here. We're gonna kill each other before we ever see an Indian. Get off this land, Mr. Holtz. Move! Take your white trash with you.
Don't think we're fooling.
My advice to you, girl, is get as far away from that beast as you can.
Alan, my wife tells me Sarah invited us and the kids to huddle up with your family for a while. Oh, I appreciate that.
Well, sure, you can drive your livestock over and combine it with Britt's and mine.
Thanks, but I won't be doing that.
Those 3 Hamps can keep 'em a lot safer than 1 can.
No offense to you, Alan, but I can't have my kids living with them.
Ah, hell, Tom. I didn't know you had that disease, too. Maybe you ought to go and fight for slavery.
I ain't for slavery, Alan. I just can't have my kids living under the same roof as darkies.
Tom, Britt and I grew up together since we were babies. He's more of a man than most white people I've ever known. He'd die for me and I'd die for him. It'd do your children a world of good to be around some people for a while that don't see color around every corner. You want to get your family killed because you're stiff and ignorant? Well, then so be it. Come on, get up. Ha!
at the gate for me, will you? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Boy, you're gonna make a great cowboy.
Yeah, get up.
We getting any help from Austin?
Not much. They're gonna send us 20 militiamen to garrison the fort. They say that's all they can spare.
20 men? They're spitting in the ocean of what we're gonna face.
You know something we don't know?
We had a visitor. He just came back from the territory, straight in Buffalo Hide. He said the Indians are all excited about the White Eyes and their war. They trailed the Yank cavalry heading out of here, riding north.
That was our Comanches.
Both. They've all gathered together on a Comanche war chief named Little Buffalo. They've amassed an army, more horsemen than he's ever seen before. And Little Buffalo's had a vision. Said he's gonna kill or drive every white man clear out of Texas.
What do you got to worry about? Sounds like you're safe.
Hey, Brett. Easy. How much time does it say we have?
He just said they're gonna come when they're ready. But he's sure they're gonna come.
They're pitiful young. Just kids.
Too young or too old?
God help us if this is all that stands between us and those savages out there.
I hope you boys brung your slingshots. We got a lot of fierce jackrabbit up here.
Where I come from, sir, most of the men had guts enough to go off and fight a war. Company at ease. Those of you who haven't met me, I'm Captain Buck Berry. I command that mighty army you noble citizens of Texas greeted so enthusiastically when we arrived. I'd like to thank you for that. But the words I'm likely to choose ain't fit to follow a hymn to God or words from a preacher. Now, I know we ain't the Roman legions, but I've killed enough Injuns to qualify as some kind of expert. And my advice to you is, get your families inside Fort Belknap starting today. Now, those of you from the outlying areas like Elm Creek and such, you better get your fannies in here right now.
I'm not coming in. We're gonna protect what's ours. And if you people want to huddle up and shiver in your boots in that fort, well, that's your business.
I said I was giving advice, making a suggestion. You want me to make that an order? I can do that.
You gonna enforce orders with that raggedy bunch you brung up from Austin? Or are you hiding something I don't see?
Captain Barry? Captain Barry, with respect, sir. You were sent here to protect the settlement, but not to dictate conditions. Now, I'm sure we'd all be very grateful if you would help us to organize a defense. But I'm certain that my brother and I do not intend to hand over our livestock and our homes to the Indians.
What's your name, sir?
Alan Johnson.
Well, Mr. Johnson, I hate to say this in mixed company, but don't you come crying to me when the Comanches get through amusing themselves with your women and carrying off your children.
Could still move into the fort.
They'll take the horses and they'll burn these houses. I don't want to start all over again.
We could scatter the livestock. Indians won't bother to gather them up. We could probably find most of them later on.
Folks don't want me and my family inside that fort. Even if that fort was as big as half of Texas, they'd still think they was sleeping with niggas if he was there.
White ones hiding from red ones, worried about black folks breathing the air inside their walls. God sure does have a sense of humor, don't he?
We surely must be fools laughing at a time like this.
You know something? We've been fools ever since we left Carolina. But we've come this far.
Yes.
got the place we dreamed about. We've lived through Indian raids before.
We'll get through this one.
I say we stay where we are.
All right.
Can we eat now?
Sure thing, Frank. Sit right down. Head up at the table.
You worried about something, Alan?
I don't know. See, from everything I've heard about these Indians, they get along about as well as in-laws. Maybe the Kiowas and the Comanches won't be able to stay together for very long. Maybe they'll just come down here in a little raiding party and make off with some cattle and horses the way they've done before. That way we could fight them off like we've done before, as long as we don't panic. Well, whatever happens, we will deal with whatever comes our way.
In fact, I think when we get to heaven, the Lord will smile at us and he will say, Alan and Sarah Johnson, do you know why you are here? And I will say, not exactly, Lord, but we will deal with
Whatever comes our way. I'm not so sure I'm going to heaven, but I know you are.
Oh, why's that?
Because you are God's most beautiful creation. He's going to want to enjoy your company as much as I do.
If you never get to heaven, it is because you are such a smooth-talking devil.
I love you, Sarah. What would I ever do to deserve a woman like you?
Well, let's see. You swept me off my feet. Dragged me away from a life of luxury and comfort to live in a log cabin on the Bacon frontier, threatened by Indians and wild animals. Come to think of it, what did you do to deserve it? Oh, that's what you did. You kissed me. You charmed me. You made me fall in love.
All right, listen up. The next man I catch drinking inside this fort, I'm gonna horsewhip personally. I know it's hard waiting, but they'll be coming. Probably when the moon starts getting full so they can see to ride at night. Not the end of this moon, it'll be the next. So we gotta hold ourselves together.
Say, Brett.
Couldn't sleep. Do not like that moon.
Say, brother, you don't think they're going to attack at night, do you?
Well, they always travel at night. As far as attacking when it's dark, it's just those little raiding parties that come sneaking in at night. 10 to 20 Braves, stealing our horses, burning down the barn. They always come at night for them kind of pranks.
It's not a little raiding party that I'm worried about. Next time they won't be coming for horses and cattle either.
Nope.
Well, Captain Barry's got scouts all up and down the river. They'll warn us in plenty of time, won't they?
We got 6 people here who can shoot. More bullets than God-made engines.
Right. I'm scared. You scared?
Hell yes. I may be brave.
But I ain't stupid. So, Brett, you still like Texas, Comanches and all?
It's not much worse than hell, but it's a lot better than Carolina. Hey, let's wake up the Irishmen and drive our stock down to the river. We'll let them drink their fill and get them back here by first light in the morning. Then we'll hold them here for a couple nights until this big moon goes down.
All right. You go ahead and wake him up.
Hey, you know, my wife says that we're gonna get credit in heaven for letting that bigot sleep under our roof.
Yeah, sounds right to me.
What's wrong?
They're kissing.
What's wrong with that? Maybe you ought to kiss me, darling.
Well, why don't I start a fire and make some coffee? You go get Sarah. She isn't going to sleep tonight. Frank, come on, children, get up to bed. Go on.
Let's herd him up. Go get some breakfast. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Damn, I'm cold. This
water's freezing. Captain ought to at least let us make a fire tonight.
Injuns lift your scalp when they won't care for a cozy fire no more.
Come on here! Come out here! Look what we got! Dolores!
Well, that's near our place. Let's go!
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Want me to ride for Dad and Uncle Owen?
No. If we hear it, they'll hear it. They'll get here.
We have time to hitch a wagon. We can all make it to the fort. That's what Tom would want us to do.
That's if they're all coming from one direction. We could just as well run into another bunch heading toward the fort. Britt said, get inside and bar them doors. There's rifles on the shelves.
Oh, my Lord!
Frank, get inside! Get inside, Sarah!
Frank, give your mother that gun.
Stay down, son. Beth, you comfort those kids. Leave the shooting to us. We've been through this before.
Don't shoot unless they try and break in.
God, no. Beth, me wife, me children. I'll kill them Redskins. I'll kill them all. Shut up. No, Tom, there's too many. I'm going down there.
Getting my family killed. Now, if we stay back, they may survive this. Get hold of yourself. Act like a man. We got work to do. You can cry and blubber later.
They're alive. That's something. Peggy! Get out here! Last shots have got to be from the Johnson place.
Grady! Grady! They've got our women and children. There's an army of them. Tom, right on ahead to the fort. They probably don't know what they're facing. Grady, move on. Ride to the fort. Don't stop till you get there. Yeah! Too heavy! Throw some of that stuff out! That's right! That's right! Keep going!
Where the hell have you been? They've got my family. The Johnsons and others.
Well, I had scouts out to Elm Creek. They must have got killed. How many Indians you see?
Too many to fight. Hundreds of them. And I heard shots from the other ranches, too.
You the last one in from down there?
No, Grady Bragg's coming. The Johnson boys stayed back with him.
All right, let's go. Come on.
No, don't stop! Don't stop! Keep going! Gotta get to the fort!
Nothing much we can do in there. We flank around behind those engines and be patient. When they rush the fort, they might leave the captives unguarded.
You fellas coming or waiting for a Comanche haircut?
Right, there's nothing much we can do here.
You fellas are planning something? I'm with you.
Irish, if those Indians had you instead of your family, I'd send them whiskey to skin your hide.
You better keep your head on, Tom, or one of us is gonna blow it off. Come on, get up. Ha!
Here they come.
Let's get out of here.
Fire some cover for those devils out there. Get that gate open!
They killed Fitzpatrick.
Hey, Captain, they're moving.
All right, men, here they come. Now hold your fire. I want you to keep your sights locked on them and hold your fire till my signal. Oh, God, look at that. They're breaking west. My men, hold your fire. They're turning west.
Must have figured it wasn't worth trying to get at us inside of the fort, Captain.
More than likely, they just figure there was easier pickings at the other settlements east of here. They'll do the same to everybody along the river, then head back up the territories to celebrate and divide up the women and children they took.
Want to track them? Wouldn't be hard to follow a band that big.
Yeah? And what we gonna do when we find them?
Well, I can't just stand around here doing nothing. I'll go crazy. I can't stand to think about it. It's all my fault. I never should have.
Look, shoulda doesn't mean nothing. I'm the only one that can do anything.
What do you mean?
Remember a couple years ago, I was out hunting cattle? I met those two drifters.
Yeah, buffalo hunters.
Yeah, they said they had wintered with the Comanches along the Washita River.
Right.
One of them had been injured in some kind of scrape. They fought so well that the Indians gave them women and horses.
Yeah, offered to let them join the tribe.
Yeah. They said that Indians feel different about blacks. They think we got some sort of mojo, big medicine, whatever they call it.
So what you getting at?
Comanches will trade for anything. Give them enough horses. I'll give them every horse in Texas to get those women and children back.
Yeah, that's worth a try. You give them enough stuff, get them interested in talking? Let's try it.
No. You ain't going.
What?
Look, they see another white man crossing the Red River after all this, they'll kill us and every hostage they're holding. I gotta go alone. Look, Alan, it's gonna take all your talking skills to make sure these settlers don't try and stop me.
Oh, Brett, I can't let you do that alone.
Alan, the best thing you can do to help is make sure that when I get back, if I get back, that you have your hands on as many good horses as you can to trade for those women and children.
All right. I'll go talk to the captain and get him in on it.
Yeah, but don't tell nobody else. I don't want anybody trying to stop me.
All right.
Mitsuma, Uyas. Mitso Semak. Wepanayunsa. Wepanayunsa!
on, Skalnak!
Friend. 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 I come in peace to talk to the Kiowa. Friend. 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 Friend.
Yatanako, huh? Are you lost or are you crazy, Buffalo Man? Well, you can't be brave enough to come here alone. You must be crazy.
I come to talk to the Kiowa and Comanche chiefs.
You come here alone to talk to Kiowa and Comanche. Where's your army?
Well, if I had an army, I would be crazy. My family was taken on your raid on the Brazos. I will give many horses to get them back.
I see only 2 horses.
I have many horses on the Brazos.
If you had many horses, we have most of them now.
Who is your chief?
The Kiowa chief is Lone Wolf.
Well, take me to Lone Wolf. Tell him if the Kiowas and the Comanches were to return the women and children, I will give to you so many horses that the White Eyes of the Brazos will no longer have horses to ride against your people.
We're not afraid of the White Eyes who hide in their forts like rabbits.
As long as you have their women and children, and they have horses, the White Eyes will ride here and seek revenge. Now, you have seen the White Eyes' revenge. They won't even spare your babies.
Pesawak. Pemaska tunge utsimistattamak.
Eno taski tää käy. Kispen ematto sien. Taponchi kapache meo nistammak atwet.
Lone Wolf asks if you are a shaman. He sees you brought no horses. Can you wave your hand and horses appear?
Tell him there will be horses for those who wish to trade.
Uutamistattamak. Kia wau tatu kanute, maskatunge uche.
Throw it high.
leader of the Kiowa.
Uche Uniganyo Kiowa.
When he speaks, his enemies will know that their names have been called.
Bigsweto, Skatamak, Wihonewawa.
Kapitstage ka kamitsno.
Tonight you will feast with Lone Wolf and tell him how you will make the ponies appear if he decides to trade with you for the wide-eyed bitches and their mongrel pups. Dante. You know this man?
Mr. Johnson,
Mrs. Holtz?
they call me Morning Star.
Kikse Pakatsu, you think Mr. Johnson is crazy?
No, I think he's a good man.
He wants to know how many ponies you are worth to trade.
Have you seen my wife and my child?
No, they're not here. I think they're with the Comanches. Sarah Johnson's with them, too.
How do you come to speak American so well?
Like you, I once lived among the White Eyes. They raided my village when I was a child. For a long time, I was a slave to them. And then one night, there was a buffalo woman and her husband. They were slaves to the White Eyes. They helped me to escape. You don't act like anyone's slave.
No. I am a free man.
A free man who lives in a box with the White Eyes.
What I propose is that your warriors return the captives to the Brazos and exchange them for horses at this time.
Mesquetunumowen, Uche etemak.
Kigwa, kinaganwich muniasa, kipan pahats dos nigan. Igo hiya, kigamich misaktama.
What is to keep the White Eyes from killing my warriors instead of handing over the horses?
Lone Wolf holds a club over the White Eyes' heads. His warriors could easily kill the captives if anything goes wrong.
Epe onik skowak mina wasa pogwispi.
Eita na wiwichi catch a Comanche. We make him catch him. Ewahasak.
I hear you hope to trade the Comanche for your wife and your child.
Yes.
Ekwe ototamen, ekwa muniasa, we simtwa, toskinigemuk, nipan ganpa, he hook get swimmer, iwokto a simsa.
Well, if I do this, and you betray me, my warriors will kill your woman and child first.
Eha.
Kimuchu in magaista, tosinigemuk mucho wak.
You may be crazy, but some of my best warriors are crazy too.
Neweo wion go a meeting. Kwasta e waki, sisiti kesi asunk.
I will give you a good Kiowa name. Among the Kiowa, you will be known as Black Fox. Cascateo Mahegonos.
Cascateo Meheganas.
Achimawing day tansuma, ige siga tenamen. Umawion gamansan, kitaba chi igan. Atimog kasamahok.
If you ever let it be known that you came to this name by outfoxing Lone Wolf, I will slice off your manhood and feed it to the dogs.
And what of the horses, my chief?
Eguamaga mestatamak.
Kitsanok moniasak, nisto aseptu, waka, begowak, be esco, be umsatim, be ogwasis.
Your White-Eye brothers will trade 3 horses for each woman and 1 horse for each child.
Ho'iku tawi uku iskwa.
That's his final word. We'll hear no more of it.
Lone Wolf makes a just trade, and I accept it. But do not call the White Eyes my brothers. With one exception, they are simply a people that I walk among.
You know, Black Fox, the thing to remember about the Comanche is that they are beasts. It's easy to trick them, but they are quick to slice your throat if they think you have made a bad bargain.
So you're telling me that I should let them get the best of me in the bargaining?
No. If you strike a better bargain with the Comanches than you did with Lone Wolf, then Lone Wolf will slice your throat.
Sounds like I'm walking a tightrope with this bargaining.
Walking on the edge of a knife.
Susqueo. Nia.
Why did you not attack the fort when you raided the White Eyes?
The fort was not in Little Buffalo's vision. He saw the Kiowa and the Comanches sweeping over the White Eyes like a storm, driving them away. There was no fort in his dream. Lone Wolf fought with him because of this mistake. That's why the Comanche returned to their hunting grounds and the Kiowa to ours. Or we would have come back and killed you all. Black Fox could trade his 3 horses and the gifts he brings and get his family back from the Comanche.
The others. I made a promise to the others to bring back their women and children. The White Eyes would kill me if I came back without their women and children.
Forget the White Eyes. Walk among the Kiowa. I will be a brother.
Chief Lone Wolf would not get his horses if I did not go back. I gave him my word.
Lone Wolf would test your courage. If he saw you as a warrior, he might forget the horses. If the White Eyes have taken away your manhood while you walk among them, you could not walk with the Kiowa, with Lone Wolf, with me. No one has taken a knife to our manhood. No one has made slaves out of us.
The only thing I'm slave to is my family and my word. Running Dog can test my manhood any way he chooses.
You ain't gonna get me without a fight!
We go north with an army and catch them Injuns napping. Wouldn't be no more Injun trouble. Wouldn't be no more Injuns. We kill every man, woman, and child.
Well, Johnson,
Looks like that nigger of yours has got himself killed, or else moved right in with them Redskins.
Gentlemen, Britt's only been gone a couple weeks. It's a long ride both ways. He could be dead. Or he could be chasing all over the Indian Territory, bartering to get your loved ones back.
Well, I say that he's sold us all out for a teepee and some young Kiowa girl to keep his belly warm at night.
Mr. Holtz, if I didn't sympathize with what you and all of us here have been going through with this terrible waiting, I would sure be tempted to put a bullet through your head right now.
Hold it. Nobody move. As long as I'm in charge here, there'll be no shooting. And from now on, there'll be no more drinking, neither. You can start by getting rid of them whiskey bottles back there. Do it!
All right, now let me say something. I don't have any way of knowing what Britt Johnson's fate is. But I think it's time we started gathering up some horses, just in case he does come back with those hostages. We got to be ready to make that trade. Because whatever Indians come back with our families, they're going to get mighty nervous. They don't see a herd of horses waiting.
What if they don't come back at all?
And I guess we'll have to do whatever we have to do. I think we should round up some horses. Won't hurt anything. It might keep us from killing each other in the meantime.
Tanzimaskos, Epesquats.
Tell him that I come alone, that I risk my life to be here, that I only want to offer horses in exchange for my family and the women and children of the Tejanos.
Epe egut igua peenduska. Epe miskatonget. Mestatamuk, uche, utasinemuk. Iguasquo, mina awasak.
Ah, suka. Awatsufko pichi. Nikui ti ma pivitika. Kohimite. Nakuele, eh.
He says any Comanche is free to trade horses for white-eye women and children if he chooses. He's a war chief. Outside of war, the true people are their own masters. He cares nothing about the women and children of the White Eyes.
It's a bit.
Tell him I want a bargain for my family.
We've already spoken. He says he has more horses than any other Comanche. He's not interested in trading.
He has to.
The chief told you every Comanche is free to do as his heart tells him.
I won't leave here without him. I'll take back every woman and child with me, or there'll be no trade at all.
Among the Kiowa people, if a man refuses to trade for captives, I don't know any Kiowa who'd prefer to keep even a buffalo woman and her child when he could trade for horses. There would be one way.
What's that?
If you insult him or challenge him in front of other warriors, he will have to fight. If you kill him, all that he owns will be yours. His horses, his wives, all that he possesses. If he kills you, what will it matter?
Well, come on. Tell me the worst insult, and I'll do it now.
Look. Some time ago, there was a battle between my people and the Comanche. Standing Bear killed 4 Kiowa braves with an axe and a knife. Black Fox should sleep and think about this.
I will fight him any way he chooses.
Ekusimaga. Go with Masqua. It's gated.
Tell him I come in peace. I wish to trade for my family.
Wawitinai petutit. Igwa maskatunget utasinemak.
Then tell him I will fight.
Kanutenik.
Amos siksabi kuan. Stunat sexy. Sammes awaki hikasi. Stunat sikamyohkshis.
Tell him he is a coward, and I will come for my wife and my child in the morning.
Epe sageteihin.
Tell him I have hunted and killed many bears, and for a silly man to stand on his hind legs and roar like a bear does not scare me.
Emache nuche masqua. Epe muchinaku sin napeo.
And it's just like stunat sapya.
I don't think people are gonna wait much longer. I know I can't just stay here anymore doing nothing.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna ride north, try to find Brett.
What good's that gonna do?
Well, if he's dead, nothing. But if he's alive and he's in trouble, maybe I can help. Maybe we can convince the Indians they'd be bringing destruction on themselves if they don't return the captives. Because people here aren't gonna stand for another raid like that one we had. Try to convince the Indians they'd be getting a full-scale war and they wouldn't win it.
Well, I'm not sure it'll work, but I'll not try to stop you, Mr. Johnson. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
How will I fight this man? Knives?
Little Buffalo is not pleased with Standing Bear for refusing to trade with you and will come in peace. Because you walk among the Tejanos, even though you are not a White Eyes yourself, you displease him. Toyopke says you must fight the cruelest way known to the true people. There are no weapons. You must face Standing Bear over a pit filled with rattlesnakes. That's too bad. You would have made a good Kiowa warrior.
Kisto siksapi kon kinisto gainawa. Atsi scope.
You have sworn to kill each other. This will be done with honor. The one who lives will claim the possessions of the other.
Ao nina, hatsapatapi, ao spomo kit kina ninex. Atsi skaya.
You must never move past the outer edge of the pit. If you shame yourselves before the fight is finished, these warriors will not hesitate to kill you. There are no other rules. The snakes will decide the winner.
Yakuni. Yakshi. Stunat sexy. Not those yak.
¿Cómo está?
Here comes your other wife with your horses.
Tell Talking Raven she is free.
Neya.
Tell her husband was a brave man.
Kinape megi maskowatsit.
Tell her I'm sorry.
Moya kunta tuta.
Tell her those horses belong to her.
Kagikano we ma egonik mustatomak.
Here, good now.
Take a horse for the boy.
Damastam.
Your chief. I want to speak with your chief. I want to speak with your chief.
Utama.
Sam! What the hell are you doing here? I made a bargain! No! No! They'll kill us! In Stace!
She's made it this far. Hang on, we're going home.
Captain Barry, Britt Johnson's back.
What the hell you say?
Honest, Captain, he's got the women kids, too.
Sergeant, get in here! Britt Johnson's back with the captives. Now get on out to where they're holding them horses. Tell them to bring them to the river. As many as they got. Go on, get a move on. Britt Johnson. My God! Start nothing. Stay back there. Find out what's going on here.
I gotta go down there and see about the horses. And I gotta go alone.
Kaskatema Heganos. I will not insult you, but I do not command the Comanche warriors. If you don't return by nightfall with the horses, all these white eyes will die.
Look, there's no way that I can get 70 horses by nightfall. You gotta give me to the morning.
I can't close my eyes to sleep with those Tejano dogs across the valley.
Better be 70 horses down there for me to bring back. Adios.
Good luck.
Bless you.
I need 70 horses.
I got the horses grazing down the river. I sent somebody after them, but it might be a while.
Well, get all the men you can muster. You gotta have those horses by the time the sun goes down, or those Indians get nervous. They're gonna kill everybody that got up there. I ain't gonna let that happen.
Get them horses moving. Britt Johnson's back with the women and children.
Captain Barry, you better get your men ready. And anybody else that can handle a gun. If those horses don't get here, I'm gonna ride up there and talk to them. If I ain't getting anywhere and those Indians run out of patience, I'm gonna start shooting.
All right, let's get our horses. Come on.
Hey, see how many you can find in this crowd to chase after them Indians once we get the captives back. Ain't got enough to do it by ourselves.
Horses are coming! The horses are coming! Got 'em.
Those horses moving so the Indians can see them. This is worth a whole lot of lives, boys. Coming.
Black Fox, you are a man of honor. I'm proud to be your brother.
Running Dog will always be my brother.
It's all right.
Come on, let's go home.
Dolores! Dolores, where are you? Hey, you! Where's my wife?
I don't know.
Look up there.
You bring my wife down here right now, boy. I pick good horses.
I brought her back, Holtz. Anything else is your problem.
You made a deal with them wild animals for my wife, didn't you?
She's staying of her own free will, Holtz. If you didn't beat her and treat her worse than a slave, she might be in your arms right now. You sleep on that for a few years, and you get away from my family!
It's because of you that my wife's been dragged off by them savages. I mean to ride and get her back. Who's gonna ride with me, huh? There ain't but 2 dozen of them. We can slaughter the bunch before they've gone 10 miles.
They kept their word, and we'll keep ours.
I made the deal, Holtz. The swap's been done. I gave my word. And you're gonna have to go through me if you want to break it.
I ain't gonna forget this.